What is the unthinkable target of a Greek nuclear weapon? It's not a capital in the Middle East. It's not a base in North Africa. Look north, to Istanbul, to the city that was once Constantinople. The ultimate horrifying logic of a Greek bomb points directly at its ancient rival and modern-day adversary, Turkey, and that decision would not start a war. It would end the world as we know it. Should Greece, the bedrock of Western civilization, a NATO stalwart, ever cross the nuclear threshold? The answer lies in the white-knuckle tension over a single rocky island, in a fighter pilot's daily interception over the Aegean, in a Turkish declaration that extending territorial waters is an act of war. This is the reality that makes the question not just possible, but terrifyingly plausible. To comprehend the absolute necessity of a non-nuclear Greece, one must first grasp the profound and multi-layered threat it perceives daily. The Greek-Turkish rivalry transcends standard diplomatic friction. It is complex, existential, defined by legal disputes, geographical contestation, and deep-seated historical animosity, all carrying a constant risk of lethal miscalculation. The core disputes are enduring, explicitly defined. First, Aegean sovereignty. Greece asserts a national airspace of 10 nautical miles. Turkey rejects this, recognizing only 6. Ankara challenges territorial waters. Disputes under Lausanne and Paris, Greece's legal right to militarize its eastern Aegean islands. Every reinforcement to Lesbos, Chios, or Samos is viewed as provocation, a violation. Second, Cyprus. De facto partitioned since 1974, an invasion Ankara terms a peace operation. An EU member state in the south, a Turkish-supported entity in the north, a permanent flashpoint, a national cause. Third, exclusive economic zones, energy. Natural gas discoveries transform maritime disputes into high-stakes conflict. Turkey's 2019 agreement with Libya's government of national accord carved a sea corridor through waters claimed by Greece. 2 NATO allies on the brink of naval confrontation. These tensions are not hypothetical. They are lived reality. Imia, special forces facing off on barren rocks. War averted only by last-second American intervention. Oratrice, survey vessel, military escorts, contested waters, routine exploration spiraling into crisis. Turkey has declared, officially, that extending Greek territorial waters to 12 miles constitutes a casus belli, a reason for war. This is the equilibrium. Peace maintained not by trust, but by deterrence and strained diplomacy. Confronted with this threat, Greece responded not with resignation, but construction. A formidable, focused, highly motivated conventional force, not generic, not abstract. A precision instrument engineered for a specific peer-level threat. The Hellenic Air Force is the spearhead. Over 150 F-16 Fighting Falcons, upgraded. Block 50+ Vipers, among the most capable globally, enhanced by Rafales. Soon, F-35A, Lightning IIs, a generational leap, unmatched awareness, unmatched strike capability. Greek pilots, legendary within NATO, honed by thousands of Aegean intercepts, consistently at the apex of alliance exercises. The Hellenic Navy is built for the Aegean, confined seas, island-dotted waters, submarines, Type 214, air-independent propulsion, silent, persistent, surface fleet modernized, Belhara frigates, upgraded MECOs, blue water capability. A message, force projection, sea lane protection, energy security. The Hellenic army remains entrenched. Thrace, Aegean Islands, modern tanks, artillery. One of the densest integrated air defense networks on Earth. Patriot, S-300, Tor M1. Layered denial. Greece spends, consistently, above NATO's 2% guideline, often approaching 3%. Not militarism, necessity. One mission, deterrence. By conventional metrics, it works. And yet, here lies the nuclear question. If this shield were deemed insufficient, if Turkey posed an immediate existential threat, Then the logic of proliferation takes hold. Only the ultimate weapon guarantees survival. A terrifying conclusion. A hypothetical Greek arsenal would serve one purpose: catastrophic deterrence, not victory, paralysis. Targets would be singular. The Bosphorus, a tactical detonation, even low yield, would devastate Istanbul. Seal a global choke point, shatter markets, shock the world. Symbol and substance together. Secondary targets: air bases, naval headquarters, command bunkers, decapitation, blindness, collapse, civilian infrastructure, the Ataturk Dam, environmental ruin, humanitarian catastrophe, millions displaced. Finally, Ankara, the endpoint, mutual assured destruction. The goal is not war. It is to freeze decision-making through unbearable cost. The brutal logic of the atomic age, and exactly why it must remain theory. A nuclear Greece would trigger inevitable consequences. First, Turkey nuclearizes, rapidly, decisively, months, not years, to an arms race. Every incident now nuclear, stability beyond fragile. Second, NATO fractures, the EU fractures, guarantees unravel, command structures rot, suspicion replaces cohesion. Third, the non-proliferation treaty dies if Greece, democratic, European, NATO, abandons restraint. Everyone follows. Japan, Korea, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Brazil, 30 nuclear states. Probability of use approaches certainty. Fourth, Istanbul, more than a city. Constantinople, memory, myth, trauma. History shortens the ladder to apocalypse. This danger is amplified by memory. Asia Minor catastrophe, Smyrna burned, populations expelled, 3 millennia ended, loss, refuge, mistrust, then civil war, occupation, atrocity, proxy conflict, then the colonels, repression, Cyprus, 1974, division, humiliation, lessons paid for in blood. This is the psychology behind the decision, not cold theory, lived trauma, which is why the answer must remain no. The path forward is clear. Conventional strength, relentless diplomacy, alliance responsibility, clear red lines, sustained dialogue, energy cooperation, strategic partnerships. A nuclear Greece means failure of law, of diplomacy, of balance. It means living one radar error away from annihilation. The Greek military must remain the guardian of the threshold. Its strength makes the bomb unnecessary. The world does not need a nuclear Greece. It needs a secure, confident, resilient Greece, defended not by atomic fire, but by disciplined strength, deterrence, and principled diplomacy.